Okay, everybody, let's dive right into it. If you're a real estate professional or a realtor, what we want to do is teach you today how to get 23 new clients this month using these very simple techniques. So, first and foremost, before we dive into it, we want to state that there's actually thousands of different ways to attract new clients. There's social, there's marketing, there's advertising, there's word of mouth. There's 1,000 ways to attract new clients. But when you think about it, it all comes down to three different aspects. Either they find you, and what we're going to talk about is optimizing yourself and your business so that people can find you easily. You find them, and we'll talk about outbound prospecting in this webinar. And then third, a friend refers them to you. You get a referral. So when you think about marketing, really it boils down to those three aspects. They find you, you find them, or a friend refers them to you. So what we're going to talk about today is the two approaches to getting more clients. We're going to cover items 1 and 2 in this webinar. They find you or you find them. When they find you, basically what we're going to talk about is placing your business front and center when someone needs your services. So when they say, hey, I need a realtor, your business pops up as the one that they need. Or you find them. We'll talk a little bit about prospecting. And if you're going to do any prospecting, outbound calling, you only want to spend time with clients that are ready to list. You don't want to spend time cold calling. You really just want to pick out those prospects that have already said yes and just need your help. So how do your prospects currently find you? Well, in most cases, they're going to use a search engine. And the most popular search engine is Google. So that's the way we're going to spend the bulk of our time on that topic this evening. So what I've done is I've looked in Google a couple hundred different cities, and depending on what people are searching for, either a realtor in or homes for sale in, both of those search phrases get between 2,500 and 12,000 searches per month. So what that means is your clients out there are most likely searching for realtor in and then fill in the city, the county, or even the state. Realtor in Salt Lake City, realtor in Mission Viejo. Or they're using the search phrase homes for sale in and then typing in the city. As I stated before, those phrases, regardless of what city you live in, get between 2,500 and 12,000 searches a month. So if your business is listed on the first page and one of the first businesses that's returned to those potential clients, they're going to click on your page, they're going to contact you, and you're going to get them as the new client. So that in itself can add 23 additional clients to your business every month. And it's not hard. So let me show you how you can ensure your business shows up on the top when someone searches that phrase. And as you can see here, Google's new search social engine, Google Plus, has a lot to do with it. Now, before Google launched this social platform, the only thing you needed to do as a small business owner, a real estate professional, was register your business as a Google Places for Business. And then when someone searched, your business would be returned. However, last year, Google launched Google Plus, and the rules completely changed. So Google Plus was developed as a social networking tool, and for Google, it was actually designed to take market share from Facebook. So no longer do you just like and share items on Facebook. Now Google has essentially the same or very similar features. Now, because this is the tool that Google wants to promote, sites and businesses that have a Google Plus page associated with their business listing are rewarded with increased visibility. And I'll show you an example of what that means here in a second. But before I do, I want you to step back and think about what Google is. Google is a search engine, but more importantly, Google is a business. And the way they make their business grow is by giving the best user experience they possibly can to anybody that uses one of their tools. How they do that is by returning pages and information that is the most relevant based on a keyword. Someone searches for realtor in Mission Viejo. the information is returned is relevant, and also they rank it based on the social proof. If someone's looking for a business, they're more likely to get a much better experience, or at least their expectations will be better managed if there's social proof. So what is social proof? Essentially reviews of that business. Someone already said, yes, I liked it, had great service, or vice versa, didn't like it, but at least there's a social aspect to the listing. So for Google, in order to get your business to show up on that first page, you need relevance. You need to use your target keyword in your description. So realtor in New Jersey hyphen, and then your name, and then your credentials. And then social proof, make sure you create your Google Plus page and include reviews. So let me show you a few examples of what I'm talking about. What I've done is I've gone to Google, and we're going to type in realtor in Laguna Niguel, California. Off to the right, you can see a map of all the different businesses, and these that have the letters in them are listed down here. Laguna Niguel Real Estate, Windbridge Apartments, Tax Appeals. These are all the listings that show up when you search for the term Realtor in Laguna Niguel, California. What I want to point out is the apartments and the tax consultants, the appraiser, these are not realtors, but they show up at the top of this page, in the first page of this listing, simply because they have a Google Plus page, and in this instance, because they've got a review and no one else in Laguna Niguel has a review for the real estate business, they show up as one of the primary listings. So imagine if you're a realtor in Laguna Niguel, if your business showed up right here, you get 20% of that traffic and all of those new clients coming to you on a monthly basis. So if you go over here to the map of realtors in Laguna Niguel, I want to show you how important having a good Google Plus page is. So you've got all of these different letters which correspond to these different listings over here. You've also got a lot of little red dots. Sherry Swift Realtor, CREX, California Brokers Network, Merlin Bridges Realtor. As you can see, these are also realtors in the area that have listed their business, so they show up, but they're not listed on the first page simply because they do not have a Google Plus page. So I can't stress how important having that as an aspect to your business is in order to show up on this search term. So let me show you exactly what a Google Plus page is. Now, this is Susan Edler's page. She volunteered to work with us to use her as an example of what an effective Google Plus business page looks like. If you look, she's got an attractive image, and her listing is optimized Realtor in La Quinta, so she'll show up for that term. And then this is her name, contact information. If you look down at the About section of her, it's not just a single phrase. It's actually an entire couple paragraphs that have search terms like looking for homes in La Quinta, the surrounding area, so that those will show up and be relevant when someone searches using those terms. Hours of operation, link to her website, her contact information, and a map. Now that's the first part of it. Moving on, because this is a social tool, you want both the leads that land on the page as well as Google itself to have relevant information. So we've got a number of posts in here. In this instance, we've got a video describing her services and a couple other videos and a couple other posts. We've got photos, we've got a couple different photos, videos we haven't uploaded, and then reviews. Susan hasn't entered any reviews yet, but as soon as she does, her listing for her business is going to show up at the top of the page when someone searches for a realtor in La Quinta, California. So once again, it's extremely important if you want your business to show up on the first page of Google to do this and take advantage of this aspect of their business. Okay, so now we've covered being in front of your customers when they're looking for your services. Now we're going to switch gears and talk about prospecting and only dealing with customers that have already said yes. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about a tool and a couple different aspects of technology that can help you to find customers who've already said yes. Because if you're doing any outbound prospecting, unless it's completely automated, you want to only spend time with the leads that have already been completely vetted, completely qualified, and are willing to spend money. So when prospecting, you only want to spend time on very, very, very hot leads. And the reason for this is because time is money. If you're wasting time on cold leads, it's costing you money, time, and resources. So let's talk about prospecting. And this is one of the classic problems with prospecting leads. Now, suppose you get a lead list or a list of leads from an email source, from a classified source, from your broker, and essentially you're getting the same leads as all of your competitors in the area. This is notorious for a lot of the different lead services. You get a list of daily leads that has the contact information, the name, and the email, maybe or maybe not the address, but you've got the same information as all your competitors. So what happens is when you pick up the phone and you call, 9 times out of the 10, you're too late. Your prospect has already listed with another agent. Your competition has the same lead, and someone who has the first mover advantage already took the business. Now, here's another problem with prospecting. And I can't tell you how many times this has caught me over my many years in sales. You have a lead which consists of a phone number, a name, and an email address. You make contact, but you have no useful information. You make contact with the lead and you say, I'd like to work with you on your property, and they go, what property? I have no idea what you're talking about. Or you end up with a very awkward conversation because you don't have enough information to have an intelligent conversation with them about what their needs are, and it makes getting a listing presentation nearly impossible. Or in the worst case scenario, you call someone and they're on the do not call registry, and you get hit with up to a $16,000 fine. This still happens every day in the real estate industry. So you need to make sure that you take care not to get hit with this fine. Or tell me if this has ever happened to you. And I can't tell you how many times this has happened to me. I get a lead, once again, that has a name, has a phone number, has an email address, doesn't have an address, and I spend the next 15 or 20 minutes searching the MLS, searching tax rolls, searching different databases to try and find as much information as I possibly can about this prospect before making contact, because I just want to have a good conversation with them. This is hours of time, which means hours of money wasted searching for data. Well, what I want to talk to you about tonight is simply a better tool and a better way. Now, this is really the only approach, or this is actually the only approach that, or excuse me, as I said before, you only want to approach leads that have cash in hand or are ready to list. Now, your best source of new clients and new leads is not cold calling, is not farming, is not sending out postcards. Your best source of new clients are going to be FSBO, pre-foreclosure, and expired listing leads. The reason is these people have already said yes. They already want to sell their house. They're in the process of selling their house, and they're not working with an agent yet. They need your help to sell their home. These prospects have already said yes. So when you make contact, if you've got the right information, you just need to get the listing appointment and get them listed. And this is actually very easy to find if you've got the right tools. So the best tool that I've found that gives you not only these leads in real time, but all the tools that you need to close them is the Real Estate Data Exchange, the REDX. Now, what is the REDX? Essentially what it does is it interfaces with numerous different databases, including your MLS, including different online classified sites, including the tax rolls, including the county recorder, and it gives you not only your leads in real time, that's BizBos from multiple classified listing databases, your pre-foreclosures the minute that they're recorded at the county, your expired listing leads, as well as tools to relist them, gives you all of that information in real time, as well as a complete picture of the property owner, and where they're at, so that you don't have to waste time digging around looking for information. It's right there. You just need to pick up the phone, make contact, and get the listing. So all available property and contact information is included with every lead. And this is a desktop software that sits on your desktop. You fire it up, it interfaces with your MLS as well as all these different databases to give you up to the minute information. That's correct contact information, property address, tax rolls, MLS data, and scrubs it against the do not call registry so you never get hit by with a DNC fine. All of this information is at your fingertips. So this gives you first mover advantage over all of your competition. While your competitors get a list of leads that are the same leads that all their other competitors have, and they get it once per day, you get everything in real time the second that you log in to your system. Everybody knows that 90% of expireds relist with the first agent that makes contact with them, and 9 times out of 10, you can be that agent simply because you'll have the information before your competitors. So you can be the first person to contact that prospect and get the listing. In addition to that, it's a complete lead management system. It gives you all of your data in one place so that even if your prospect says not right now, you can put them into a drip campaign and you'll never lose a listing again. Statistically, people move every 7 years. So any lead you have now, within the next 7 years, they're going to become a customer. You just need to put them in a drip campaign and continue to be top of mind with them. So let me show you what the Real Estate Data Exchange software program looks like. So this is a screenshot of it. I'm sorry, it's not a better screenshot, but if you can make it out, you've got a number of different symbols here, the date that the lead was imported, owner name, phone number, address, and the rest of their address. Over here you've got a legend of what these symbols mean. So let's look at it a little bit closer. This system imports expireds, for sale by owner leads, and pre-foreclosure listings. So, and puts them each into a separate folder so that you'll have a list of leads from these 3 different sources as soon as you press import with the software. And if you look at this legend, what you'll see is over here, these are associated with the leads. These are what they mean. So whether you've looked at it, whether you haven't opened it yet, if there's owner information available or not, if some of the owners are on the do not call list or all of the persons in the household are on the DNC list, if the property's been relisted, which is a time saver in and of itself. I can't tell you the number of times you've made a call, I've made a call, and it's already been relisted. If the property was sold, it's non-owner occupied, you need to know that, or if the address in the MLS is different than what's in the tax rolls. So as you can see, listings, the leads get imported, and then you've got these symbols, the non-owner occupied, DNC registry, and what you do is you simply click into each of the leads, see exactly what information is available, which is pretty much everything. This is the MLS data, the contact information, the tax information, any alerts if they're on the DNC registry, any notes that you have to put in, but everything's here at your fingertips, so the only thing you need to do is pick up the phone and make the phone call. And even better than that, in this system, it comes with a number of different scripts that you can plug in, and now you can hand it off to an associate to do your appointment setting for you. What I like to do is bring in a college kid for 2 hours a day, sit them in front of the phone with the software, and tell them just start dialing, read through this script to this individual, and get me appointments set for that week. It's that simple. So the Redux provides maximum efficiency. What you do is you've got everything at your fingertips. You call, you set the appointment, you get the listing. It's really that easy. It's a very simple tool to use, and it's one of the most effective tools I've ever seen in getting red hot prospects to list with you. So as part of a promotion, my friends at the RedX have actually allowed me to offer a discount on their services. Now we're calling this the complete business building package because I'm also offering some additional services on the Google side if you need them. So you get the complete RedX lead building system, a search optimized Google Plus page, and RedX generally charges a $149 startup fee for their system. But as part of this program, they've agreed to completely waive that. In addition to that, I actually work with a number of clients to develop custom Google Plus pages and search engine optimize their pages. I charge $197 for that service, but as part of this program, I'm only charging $49 for that. So this is what it looks like. The complete business building package. You can save $149 off the RedX service, which their service just starts at $59. So you imagine how many clients you can get per month with just a $59 expense. It's amazing. And then if you need help developing a Google Plus page and getting it to the top of the search engine, I can do that for you for only $49. So if you want to take advantage of the RedX service, simply type in this URL and it'll take you to the RedX website and the discount page. So that's http://agentsonline.org/redx.php. Or if you need help from me to develop your own Google Plus page, that's agentsonline.success. So this is Brian Nelson. Thank you for attending this week. We've got a number of other different webinars coming up, so keep an eye on your email and take advantage of these specials. We'll keep them open for as long as we can, so take advantage and thank you.